my truck's done. I just put a new motor in it because I blew a head gasket and it's been down at the mechanic for about a week and it's done. So I'm going to go get it. I'm really excited. Tiny House Prepper. So I got my truck back. I'm very happy with it so far. I haven't driven it that far yet. You know, I'll be doing a lot of driving in the next week or so to really test it out. But so far, the motor starts right up. It's nice and smooth. It's got a lot of pep when I step on the gas. It doesn't smoke like it did before. It doesn't stink like it did before. It seems to be really working well. So I'm just very happy with it. Now, when I put out the last video about that I needed to have the engine replaced, I got a lot of comments about that. And two basic things that people were saying. One was that it was not wise to put that much money into an older truck because you're not going to get your money back out of it again. Well, I totally disagree because we spent $3,200 on it, on that new motor, well, new used motor. With $3,200, which is what we had to spend, we couldn't have gone out and found anything else that would be any better. You buy a used vehicle like that, you don't know what you're going to get. You could have the same kind of problems that we have in this truck, or worse. So I figured that by putting that money into this truck, we know what the deal is. The body was good, the rust, there was no rust. Transmission's great, four-wheel drive was great. We know all of that's good. I just had a new radiator put in it a few months ago. So it just makes more sense to me to put the money into a vehicle that we know that is going to be good rather than putting $3,200 into another used vehicle that you don't know what you're going to get. So that's always been my philosophy, that it's always cheaper to repair than it is to buy new, or to buy, you know, something that's used but a couple years old. The payments, the monthly payments alone, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's what we did. The other comment was, and I got a lot more of these, was that I didn't need to replace the whole engine. All I had to do was replace the head gasket. And I got probably 150 of those comments. And a lot of you said that it was, you know, it was a ripoff, that the mechanic was it was a scam and all that kind of stuff. None of you were malicious in it. I just heard that comment over and over and over again until I got to the point where I just couldn't take that anymore, so I took the video down. And then I mentioned it on my Facebook Tiny House Prepper group page, and a lot of people were giving me encouragement. So I put it back up, but I disabled the comments because I didn't want to hear that anymore because I'd heard it so many hundreds of times. Now, I am a carpenter. I am a contractor. I can build anything in a house from the ground up, starting with the excavation all the way up. I can do it all. But I'm not a mechanic. I can replace a starter or replace the brakes, but anything more than that when it gets into the engine itself, I don't have a clue. I'm not a mechanic. Now, I've had three different mechanics in the past 2 years in 2 different states tell me the same thing, that if you rebuild the top end many times, not always, but many times the bottom end can't handle it, and then you start having problems down there. So I just went with the best information that I had based on several different mechanics that I had talked to that told me the same thing. So, was it a scam? Was it a ripoff? Maybe so. I don't know. All I know is that for $3,200 now, I've got a good running truck and I'm very happy with it. Yeah, you know, maybe I could have just replaced the head gasket, but that probably would have cost me $1,000. I don't know. Oh yeah, and one other thing that I was going to say, and I forgot, so let me interject it here now. Maybe I spent more money than I should have, but I do have a motor now that's has about 60,000 miles less than the original motor on it. So that's got to be worth something. So at this point, it is what it is. If I got ripped off, you know, it's only money. I mean, it's not worth getting that kind of grief over and that kind of aggravation. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm just happy with the truck that I've got. So I'm going to test it out for a few more weeks and see how it goes. But from all accounts right now, everything is very good, and I'm very happy with this truck. So we're looking forward now to being able to get the hitch on here, and hopefully this summer we're going to be able to start touring with our travel trailer, with our cottage, and we're very excited about that. So stick along for the ride, and I will continue to update you on all of this, you know, truck, trailer, fitting it all together, hitches, all of that stuff. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please like the video. That helps. It helps a lot. And subscribe if you haven't done so you can follow our journey as we hit the road. Thanks a lot. See you next time.